YouTube. Today or tonight, as you see, I'm in car again, MK6, and I'm pretty much routing everything how I want it to sit, and everything's finished right now. I have my compressor, 400C. Pretty much this is how it's gonna look. Besides, I'm gonna have to cut this foam piece right here so my tank could sit flush with like the body down here, and then I'm gonna have to put my liner on top of the tank, and I'm gonna have to make it like a slot on the liner so it could like show the tank a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to cut the top out the line over here for the compressor so it could sit like that, or this way I have the line coming out like that into the tank, and it's all going to be under the liner. You're not going to be able to see any lines. The only thing you can really see is the top of the tank and the compressor. So let me get to it. Okay. This is how the liner looks really. And this bracket here is on for my subwoofer, so it won't slide back and forth or slide back. And the tank is gonna pretty much be like right along right here, and the compressor is gonna be like in this corner. So I realized putting the tank underneath the liner and having like a slot cut out on the top, the line is not gonna work out, because if I cut out this piece, the tank won't be able to sit flush at the bottom because the spare tire is not gonna clear. So what I'm going to do is put the tank on top of the liner, just have like the full tanks showing, and have the compressor on this side, and it's gonna still be underneath the liner. So it's pretty much gonna look like this once I'm done. Obviously the subs and the liner's gonna be there, but that's how it's gonna look. Pretty much clearing space over here, so my compressor will fit in this one spot with my liner, and the liner will come up to right here when it's sitting right here. So just making space. It's pretty much taking me a while because I'm obviously using the straight edge, and I had a Dremel to use, but I don't have any cutting bits, and it broke, and so I'm using straight edge. It's gonna take me about an hour to do this, so yeah. So this is pretty much where I'm gonna cut the top piece, this circle right here. Cut it through, obviously, the trunk line, and just have this cardboard here for a template to know where I could cut. And I have no idea how I'm about to cut that, being that my Dremel, I don't have any cutting bits anymore, so this is all I have for my Dremel. I don't know what this piece is for. I guess that's like a metal grinder. I lost all my cutting pieces. It would be so clutch if I had 3-inch cutter, circle cutter thing, whatever they call it, that they use for C-notches. Unfortunately I don't, so I have to improvise. And that's how you make some type of a hole if you don't have a actual circle bit to drill a perfect hole. We do have a drill and some wire strippers and a razor blade. So right now I'm about to see if it fits. Probably, most likely gonna have to make this hole bigger. I'm gonna start doing my wiring for the compressor, and the wire consists of relay, your ground off your compressor, your power off your compressor, your constant 12 off your battery, your remote 12-volt source off of, well, I use it off my amp, which goes to this backlighter that's back here on Mark 6's GTIs. I don't really know about Jettas, but for the ground I used a seatbelt bolt on the bottom over here, and that's where this wire comes from. So I'm gonna start off with my ground, and the ground off the relay is 85, I believe. Let me just check again. I mean, it is black, so I'm gonna take the power wire off the compressor, and it goes to 87 on the relay. And 87 on the relay is blue. So the power is hooked up for the ground. Now I'm going to hook up the yellow wire. The yellow wire is 86 on the relay, and 86 goes to our pressure switch, one side of the pressure switch. The other side goes from the pressure switch to the remote on. So I will hook up this side of the remote wire to the other side of the pressure switch. And this red wire, it's just a red wire again. The red wire is 30, and that goes to my battery. Plan is I'm probably most likely going to do it like a false floor, and I'm probably going to put a window here and put some LEDs so you can see. And I'm probably going to put a window behind my sub box, LEDs in there, and it should look all nice when I'm done. I'm probably going to wrap all of this the same fabric as my pillars. And this is how it's going to look without the glass and LEDs. I just have my phone right there. And it's probably not going to be white LED, but that's just like an example. So it's just back in there. Yep. There it is. Probably gonna clean it up a little bit down here, a little bit more. It's zip tied to the compressor feeder line. the hole came out pretty clean. I'm probably gonna get like something to make the edges smoother a little bit more. Maybe like a rubber edge type thing from AutoZone that they use on like fenders and like the side of the door. So I'm probably gonna use. And pretty much it. Show you it still works. Still plug here, so the compressor is not going to shut off. Yeah. I'm probably going to go to Lowe's or Home Depot tomorrow to get like a plug for this. I mean, I got a plug today for it, and it didn't fit. It's a 1/2 inch hole, but I have, see right here, a 1/2 inch plug, but it's tapered, so it moves around in there. This one right here. Yep. So that's how my trunk's gonna look for a while until I get my fourth floor. Yeah. Looks pretty clean. Thinking of like fully closing my trunk, like sealing it up, and have the glass here, the LEDs, and having an extra port firing inside the cabin for more bass.
I said hold up, back, told that girl get on me. I swear that I'm